The most outstanding companies, whether they make products or services, always track these five metrics. They provide a solid foundation for aligning your teams, managing your operations, and ultimately delighting your customers. My name is Matthew Grogan, and I spent 20 years analyzing metrics like these for a gemological laboratory. We use these metrics throughout our operations, in our core business, and even in internal processes like software development. These benchmarks are simple and straightforward, but it's important to recognize how they relate to each other before you use them to make decisions. Let's dive in. Number one, production. Whether your organization is manufacturing, delivering things, or servicing customers, you need to know how much work you are completing in a given time period. Number two, productivity. This is your output divided by your input. Sometimes this is financial, such as revenue divided by expenses. For operations, you might track the number of units completed divided by the number of hours worked. For example, a toy company would divide the number of toys they produce by the total hours worked by the employees.
Just how many Etch-a-Sketches did you get finished?
I made 85.
These two metrics are great for analyzing your production, but they can be misleading if you consider them in isolation. For example, if your organization had only one person show up to work when you expected 20, that person might be productive, but you would probably miss your overall production goals. Conversely, if you only look at production, you might see no change in your units completed, but miss that your teams worked extra hours to do so. Both metrics are required to judge your operations, especially if you want to assess the impact of any improvements or changes that you're making. Number three, throughput time. How long does it take for a unit to move through your system? Consider Amazon. They're tracking from the moment you place an order to the moment it's delivered. A call center is tracking the time a call is received to the time that issue is resolved. This metric is a great barometer of your client's experience, but it has one major flaw. It's always looking backwards. When you see this measure increase, it's too late. The shipment has already taken too long. So metric number 4, throughput rate, is a similar but forward-looking metric. Here you divide your work in progress by your completion rate. For example, if you have 20 orders pending in your print shop and you can complete 5 orders per day, you have 4 days in progress. This metric is actionable because if you start to see it creep up, say because more orders are coming in, you might respond by working overtime or hiring temporary workers. Number 5 is efficiency. This is your actual output divided by your standard output. This measures your operation's performance against its design. The best operations have stable, predictable output that can be sustained over a long period of time. That's how you keep your teams aligned, keep your operations drama-free, and most importantly, delight your customers. I've compiled a free quick reference guide to these 5 metrics that you can download and use in your operations today. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching.